Hello again to one of my predictions series videos. In this episode, I'll be discussing the Republican primary and what's going on in the Republican primary as to who I think will be winning on the 26th in Connecticut, Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Rhode Island. So Donald Trump just won pretty decisively in the state of New York, and he's going to win a whole lot of delegates there. And so the argument is to be made that Trump is still the front runner, has a lot of momentum, and the second place, Ted Cruz, did not do so great in New York. So it's a big question mark as to how much he can do an effective and persuasive campaign in the northeastern part of the United States. So that leaves John Kasich and Trump as vying for first and second in a lot of these contests. And here's the deal. I'll talk first about Rhode Island. I think that Donald Trump will win in the state of Rhode Island. I think he'll be first. I think Kasich will be second. I think Cruz will be third. It's a proportional state, so Kasich will actually arguably win some delegates. So long as Cruz maintains over 10%, he'll also net some delegates. There's not a lot of delegates at stake on the Republican side, but, any is more than zero. And so I think the big winner in the state of Rhode Island on the 26th of April will be Donald Trump because he has the momentum. He had a big win. He's the front runner right now. He's definitely been victorious in a lot of these primary states, more so than the caucuses. And these are all elections, and it's a big deal. So I think that Trump will win in Rhode Island. All right, moving on to Connecticut. My prediction is that Trump will win Connecticut. The second place there will be Kasich, third place Cruz. This is a trend for the rest of this video. I think that Kasich has a good argument to make in Connecticut. He did pretty well in New Hampshire, and he's had a pretty solid run so far in the Northeast. He did quite well in New York. He got second. But ultimately, I think that Trump has he's winning the narrative right now, and he is the front runner, and I think he's going to maintain that lead as the front runner. And so my prediction is Trump wins, Kasich second, Cruz third. Then on to Delaware. So in the state of Delaware, the demographics work in Trump's favor. I think he'll win. Since it's a winner take all, I think that he'll win all the delegates. It's going to be a big victory for Trump in Delaware. It's not a whole lot of delegates, but it is delegates. And so the winner, I think, will be Trump, then Kasich second, then Cruz third. In the state of Maryland, again, I don't think Cruz has been doing very well in the Northeast. I don't think he's had a persuasive argument to make in terms of his platform or in terms of his political rhetoric or in the overall debates and narrative in terms of appealing to the northeastern issues within the Republican base that are at the fore. And Trump has been making some pretty solid arguments in terms of that electorate. And so I think that Trump will win in the state of Maryland. I think that Kasich will be second. I think that Cruz will be third in the state of Maryland. Pennsylvania is the state that I think has the closest chance for Kasich to maybe win, but I don't think he's going to win. I think that the winner will be Trump, then the second place will be Kasich, then third will be Cruz. Now, the reason I think that Trump will win in Pennsylvania, again, has to do with a lot of working class folk in the demographics, a lot of union, a lot of labor, it's one of those sort of industrial states that's got a long history of voting towards more industrial-minded candidates. Santorum did represent Pennsylvania for a while as a senator, and so there is an argument to be made that Cruz could capture some of that vote and do okay, but he doesn't have the momentum. So my prediction is that Trump wins Pennsylvania, and I think he wins big in Pennsylvania. So this is one of those quick prediction videos because in terms of the demographics, in terms of the momentum right now in the Republican side of the field, all of these upcoming contests, in so many ways, I think that Trump has the advantages over Kasich and Cruz because a lot of the demographics are similar in some ways to parts of New York that Trump did really, really well in. And because New York's such a big state and Trump did so well in New York, that sort of model isn't going to change between now and the 26th. That Trump all of a sudden, stops appealing to all the demographics that supported him in New York, in terms of the diverse electorate there. And so I think that Trump will win the night. He'll win a lot of delegates. He'll get ever closer to being the actual nominee for the Republican Party. If he wins all five, and if he wins all the contests from now until the end, then obviously, he will become the nominee. He's the closest to it, and he's got the best argument to make if he wins all the contests that are coming up. He has to win California to make sure that he gets close, but that's a ways away. That's in June. Anyways, my prediction is that for Connecticut, Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Rhode Island, Trump wins. Kasich second, Cruz third. That is my prediction. It will be really interesting to see how it all plays out because I will be very surprised given the momentum off of the state of New York's primary and Trump winning the media game and the narrative there. I will be very surprised if Trump doesn't win in all five of those states. So that's my prediction. I definitely want to see what happens on the 26th to see if any of those predictions are wrong and then to study why. That's part of the fun of this exercise. Thank you for watching.